So this is what Never Have Tavernus was supposed to be. Never Have Tavernus is more a copy of Ananta than anything else. Ananta, originally known as Project Mugen, was initially revealed way earlier than Neverness Tavernus. Only problem with Neverness Tavernus is that they quickly got very stale. No one, really. I mean, I guess that means he can stay there. Okay. Actually, hold on. Let me check. What have I got to send? A bunch of fours for some reason. Okie doke. I'll sit down now. Let's get up for a little bit, sit back down.
Conventions of socialism.
Got a little something for you.
Yeah, I've been really excited for Ananta. I hope that some of my initial issues looking through some of their mechanics isn't there, but we'll see. Yeah, I've been waiting on this game since like 2021 or 2022. I think I initially heard of this game before Star Rail came out. Like it was forever ago. So I'm excited that it looks like they're anticipating it for this year. And hopefully it's just better NTE. I have to, but I can only hope. I won't know until the game comes out. I'll play it for a bit, see if I like it, and see if I drop it or not in the same way I dropped NTE. I'll drop it around 1.2 if I feel like I'm not satisfied with it.
Got a moment, Sandman?
I went through quite a bit to bring you.
Not sure where I got the bamboo sprout. Oh, I know where I got the bamboo sprout. I know where I got it. Yesterday, when someone placed the freaking gun tower right next to the teleport spot, and so the enemy got aggroed on me, like, come on, man. And it specifically made that guy aggro. I was like, bruh, I can kill him in an instant. It doesn't take all that much. I don't even have to use any of Mifu's attacks for it. It's just boom, boom, dead. But like, I'm full up on both Shuriken and Headlight. That's interesting. Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Back in the wrong one. Goodness, you know? I haven't had anything expire in a bit, it feels like. I didn't check what location this was. No. It's not the direction I want to go, actually. I want to go towards Subai, so I can go to... Actually, that one would be the right area anyways. Why is Shurkan at this level? Am I producing it that much? It can't be. That's not right. Why am I overproducing on Shurkan by such a... Should I be building a second battery farm? I'm just waiting on the third construction figure, really. I'm not really using Wuling stock bills for anything, so like, I don't need a huge amount of them anyways. I don't really feel like selling things to get them. But I don't have anything to use all these items for. At some point, I'm just gonna end up overflowing. If Shurkan is overflowing, what is that backing up? Well, back up the sewage. Huh. Why is that there? We'll back up the sewage in that one area, which will back up Cuprium, that specific Cuprium thing, which is bad. So I should set up a water treatment plant. I'm not sure. I think. Am I correct? I'm gonna check. It is possible that that's what's reducing total cuprium production, because I have to use the extra cuprium I get for something, and so it's been getting used for other stuff. That also means that this is probably backed up. Because this is the Shurkan production, which isn't backed up right now, because I just sent a bunch in. But this might still be very backed up if I check this. Yeah, it's maxed out on sewage. So I'm going to do a pipe splitter really quickly. Pipe splitter to go right here. Nothing is going to change there, except some of this is going into a water treatment unit, which is right here. It says water treatment, but it doesn't treat water usually. That should be going to that. Okay. This is going to take in overflow and do that. It's going to take all of the overflow sewage out of the system. It's going to slow down the Shurkan production a bit. But if I feel like the Shurkan is fine, I will come here and I will just switch the facility off, which stops it from doing anything. So it's fine. And then I can switch it on and it'll start treating again. It might overflow, but it's fine. As long as this refining unit gets to keep going at a consistent pace, then it's all okay. Plus, only half of it will go in there once this overflow is finished. Because right now, this is all overflowing into the reactor crucible. So it doesn't really have anywhere to go. Because, it was full on Shurkan. The Shurkan was all finished. So, it's going to fill back up pretty much immediately after, I feel like. We did send a few hundred in, so it should be fine for a bit. Arknight production shouldn't block anything, actually. I think that's actually completely fine. If I go to the marker stone area, check, I think it should be fine. Arknight production, I don't think touched anything directly to warrant any issues. Neither of them did. There's two of them here. Let's just weekly report. Let's see. Yeah, because it just takes the cuprium directly. Cuprium Warfarin gets shoved directly into it, so nothing stops it. This thing doesn't produce anything else. It has literally zero byproducts. So the only quote-unquote byproduct it makes is that some of the precipitation acid comes right back out, which is why I have this right here, which is a converger, which just takes that extra little bit. It just makes it more efficient. Because the problem with pumps is that they're still limited on their speed. If something is using 1 water per second, one water pump can only supply one of those things, which is why all of the things that use water in here, which is only a few things, are only using 1 water thing each. So, you know. For example, this refining unit is using 1 water, and this reactor crucible is using 1 water. And I have 3 acid things. Which I actually don't know. Where's the third one going? Oh, wait. I have 3 acid? Hold on. Oh, wait, no, yeah. Some of it goes into here. This is producing the liquid heavy shear. Although I don't really ever need it that much, so it's not really doing that. So I already have a full thing here. But yeah, other than that, it's fine. So one of these is clogged, actually. I mean, yeah, this one is continuously always clogged because it's not doing anything. You know, let me go ahead and turn you off, actually. You're just wasting power. Not that much, but it's still wasting power. So this is where it's stopping right now. I think I'm going to go to this item control port. And that's all I have to do. I'm going to reset this number. It's going to create a bunch. It's not going to have any issues. It's going to refill. It's going to end up stopping once it creates 5,000 of these. Yeah. That's the best part of the item control port, is that it lets you make sure you don't accidentally overproduce on something. You can just limit it temporarily. So it only makes a certain amount of it, especially for anything that overproduces that you don't need a whole lot for. AKA the components. Components aren't really something you need a huge number of, which is why the whole Shiranite is limited thing was stupid. First of all, we were gonna get more Shiranite. We were still in the early versions. Getting enough Shiranite components was easy, and I did it. I had more than enough for every character in the game at the time, and I still do now. I still have like 20,000 left. Oh, nice. I don't need to go to Subai anymore, so I'll go to Gilbert check what it is. It was stupid because people were just assuming they had to have every individual thing you can make with Sheer Knight maxed out at all times for some reason, and I'm like, no. No, you don't. I had my Sheer Knight components produce absurdly slowly because I knew it would still only take a few days to get enough. And it did. I got more than enough. In fact, for the Head Knight components, I realistically could stop right now and never make another one again. I could also go ahead and start setting up for the new material, which I haven't checked yet. I don't know why I did that. I can go ahead and set up for the next material that I have yet to get, because I need to go to the new area at some point. This is the other game I do actually have stuff to actually do that I feel like I really want to do. Genshin, I don't really care about doing the story quests because it does not unlock new areas as far as I'm aware. But if it did, it would show up in the event. There's not any new areas because they started giving you more stuff for doing the exploration, so you do it as soon as it comes out instead of, way later. Which is why my Sumeru was untouched for the most part until recently. Still have a bunch of stockpile in there though, so if I ever do need it, it's right there. Maybe to promote it. The one I do need to do that, but I do definitely still want to focus on Zenless more. I'm not really interested in getting anything in this game out when it comes to like doing a bunch of the other stuff at the moment. That reminds me, that is one thing I do actually need to be using my stock fills on, and I need to remember to buy it before the week starts again. Well, before the week starts, quote unquote. Week starts on Sunday, but for some reason, games like to have it set up Monday for some reason. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me. I do need to buy these. Because I am gonna, as they add more areas, I am gonna actually need these. don't know how many. I'm gonna drive all the other areas currently existing done. They didn't have anything new in this area, so I'm just there's nothing there, nothing there, nothing there. Actually, hold on. I think it's on the side. Yeah. I'm missing one thing here. I just don't. I think it was one of the ones where I was just like, I'm not gonna bother with it because it was in a spot I wasn't gonna. I didn't feel like I'd get. And the test area should also be done. Yeah. I have every area done at the moment, except for this area up here, whatever that area is. I can't remember. I think it was the exclusion zone, I think. Yeah, I do want to do stuff here. I'm not really in need of any materials, though. But speaking of the Sheeranite thing, the thing that's annoyed me the most is that people complained about Sheeranite, but there were still two things that were even more restricted than Sheeranite. Luckily, one of them isn't as big a problem, though. But what it was Farium, which luckily is only needed for Head Knight now, because all of the higher level syringes and stuff use Cuprium instead. And there's more than enough Cuprium. There's only one spot that gives Farium, so there is still too little of that if you want the other stuff as well. But anyways, there was not anywhere near enough Farium. There still isn't, realistically. But the thing that is still a bit of a problem is definitely depot bus space. The problem with a lot of the things they've added, unlike the Head Knight, which is actually really compact, is that there is a notable lack of actual space because a lot of the things you need require super wide, not super long, but super wide production frames. The widest being the newest battery production is like 40 wide, if I remember correctly. It's like off the top of my head. I mean, I can check right now. Steel, sure. At night. Where is it? Standard capacity balloon battery. 39 by 18. Because it takes so many originium and so many sandleaf powder. Because you need you need two every single grinder needed 2 things of originium and 1 thing of sandleaf. Every single one of them, which is why there are 8 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then there's 1, 2, 3, 4 sandleaf, and then there is 1 Sheeranite all the way back here, and they all go into 1 thing. It's not like you're making a bunch of materials. It's not like Kriston where you're making this isn't Kriston. Do I have Kriston in here? I do not. I never made a thing for that. Kriston does take a huge amount. It takes a bunch of different stuff because you have to make Kriston fibers and all this other stuff. But it was on 1 long production chain, which is good. I prefer those. The long production chains are better because you can fit more of them. The limiting factor is not total area, like you might initially think it might end up being, but instead depot space. The amount of space you actually have for, actually getting items into the actual access to your storage is by far the most limiting thing. How send me supply? And I feel like people don't talk about that enough. Again, that 39 is the amount of depot bus space, which means that's how many individual squares it takes up on the depot bus. And that's really bad. Because if you don't have any depot bus space, You can't make it. You have way more area than depot bus space in default. But and then I saw people complaining about like Shironite. Shironite was fine, even with just 2 things. You can produce enough Shironite, especially at the time. But depot bus space was the thing that was a really big issue. Nowadays, it's not as big an issue at the moment, but it is still an issue. We're still waiting on the LC Wuling battery, the large capacity. But that'll probably be a while. Unless it's already out, I just don't know. It might be. Hopefully it takes less stuff. Because needing to make... Having 4 grinders on a single production line is a little excessive.
Might see, but they're...
Guess which handle crushed. You deserve to slam it!
Our battle plan proved it.
Bring it on. You're fighting me. They can't handle my length.
At my command.
Eagle shall face karmic justice.
进酒不吃，吃不
I think I definitely like the combat a lot, though. I don't think combat will have to have any changes for a very long time. The combat in this game is definitely by far the best out of all of them. I think the only one that doesn't have as many issues as the other ones does is the only one that's actually different, which is Star Rails, because it's not a 3D battle system. It's a where it's turn-based, so it's different. But I think this one definitely fixed all of the issues that I had with the other ones. So the only thing where it really changes are specific changes in the thing that is super unique about this game, which is the factory system. I think they perfected the combat. It's like genuinely awesome. It's just the other things that do have some things that need to be fixed. Mostly just in access to materials, I feel like. I'll work on doing some of these stuff soon. Probably today, actually, because I have maybe 15 hours left. Huh? Oh. Okay, I can wait on that. What? Still need to figure out what's wrong with this controller. Can I get any good prices in here, please? These numbers are abysmal. Nothing below 50% for a bit. What are we at now? 1.18. So like it's 1.33, I think, or 1.39 maybe. I haven't opened up the thing in a while. Let me check. Let me remark a bunch of this stuff. I do have enough of those now, right? I did fix that issue. Yeah. 1392. It is 139. Everything else is marked off. Yeah, so soon, very soon we'll start farming for essences instead. Because those are it's something I don't have as many in. Perfect match for what? What? Perfect? What? What does that mean? Huh? Why is this locked? What? Perfect match for what? Main attribute, arts intensity, detonate. What weapon is
Still
that?
waiting for something?
Nope, nope, nope. I'll look for main attribute boost first. Have to be main attribute followed by arts intensity. What could that be? Nope. No, that's infliction, not detonate. Huh? What? Okay, I'll go with my weapons then. I'd look at the weapons that aren't equipped because it's the only ones it could be. That's assault. That's agility. That's will. Oh, the detonation unit. Works for that, I suppose. Anything else? No. 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 Okay. That's... Huh. Can't do that. Okay. Let's see. What do I sort of select? So limited. Yeah, there is a limit. It's 200. Gives you a little bit of items back, so that's cool. It's not much, but. Oop. Okay. Weird. I mean, I might as well. It says perfect match. I guess I. Okay. Confused, I guess. I'm not sure what else that could be referring to because it just says perfect match and then doesn't say anything else. Oh. Interesting. Oh, if I unequip, does it still say? It does. Oh, I didn't know it did that. What? What? Wait, that's cool. I didn't know it did that. I was sitting here trying to figure it out. Like, what? Because it didn't say anything else right next to it. But there's a thing on the bottom that I didn't know that because it's the only one I have that's perfect match, I think. That's awesome, actually, because it increases all of them. Okay, cool. There's an automatic way to know that. That was okay, sure. Good to know that for that when I actually start doing essences. That's really good to know. wrong button. I always do that. Alright. That's all flame.